Order to the cloud. Okay. All right, cool. So, all right, of course, with the economic calendar, you can go to what is it, economiccalendar.com or investing.com, any of those, and you can kind of get an idea of what's going to happen for the week. And I might have to change my Wi-Fi connection. Yep. All right. So
Yes.
why is it taking so long?
I asked you if you wanted to eat. Yeah. You want some noodles? Yeah. You want some noodles?
Let me try something else.
Don't throw that. You want some noodles?
Okay, got it. All right. So this is the economic calendar that I use from time to time. And this one like literally shows everything from every country. And of course, most of the stuff that affects the US stock market is just US stuff. So, but this one actually has a breakdown of like the time, the currency that and the country that it's for, and then it tells what event that they have going on too. Now, as much as you might not realize it, their stuff kind of affects the US markets too, especially when you start talking about China and bigger markets like that. Some of the European stuff does too, especially when it starts, you start kind of dealing with their big economy stuff, like their some of their PMI stuff kind of affects us. But for the most part, obviously, uh, it's going to be US stuff that affects our market. So this week, my bad. All right, I know we got something to do with FOMC this week. All right, and then the one thing I wanted to point out in this too, this tells the level of importance for that particular event. So of course, the more stars, the more significant that event is going to be for the market. So Monday for us, we don't. There's nothing that's really super important. Tuesday, I don't think we have anything that's really, really important. Oh, my bad. Yes, we do. We got PPI for us, which is right here for the month of December. And then we have I know we have CPI probably the next day. So PPI is obviously a big one because it's 3 star, right? And PPI is just producer pricing index. And that's just your like your the the goods and services that are made for us, like food. In this case, is yeah, it's just everything: food, energy, transportation, all that stuff, all combined into one. So that's going to be a big market move. So from Monday to Tuesday, I probably wouldn't swing anything overnight because the markets would look totally different. So then Wednesday, you should have CPI. Yep. So we got CPI on Wednesday. We got CPI Wednesday, and we got uh that's not the FOMC that we're used to. Yeah, nothing really, really super major on Wednesday outside of yeah, nothing really major on oh, you do have crude oil inventory. So anything like Exxon, like any of those, and remember we were looking at the crude oil futures, this will be a good time right here to get into a futures trade right here because there's going to be a lot of volatility here. 10:30 on Wednesday. So yeah, you're going to see a lot of volatility here.
So CPI, PPI, and then crude oils. Did I say
Uh-huh.
crude oil?
Yeah, crude oil inventories.
Inventories. What
Yeah,
I'm trying to what slot is that? Oh, economic calendar. Okay, I see it.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And this is free too, huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this week,
Yeah.
I'm just trying
And
to say I'm
then
adding it to my favorites.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll what I'll do is I'll put this in the chat too. I'll put it on
Okay.
Discord. And then Thursday you got um some stuff too. You got core retail sales. So you got retail sales information. So a lot of your like Walmart stuff like that, that stuff is gonna be affected by by this data right here. Then you got jobless claim. Jobless claim is every Thursday at the same time. So you got so pretty much after Monday, you got a whole lot of different stuff going on. And then Friday, I think Friday you got housing, but that's just normal. That's normal stuff. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is gonna be really, really busy when it comes to I'm still here. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, be real busy when it comes to stuff with the economy. So if you're swinging anything, like cool, go. You can still swing stuff, but I would just buy a lot of time or stuff. I wouldn't just buy like 1 week contracts or nothing like that, or just kind of sit it out. If it's not if it's not something where you can't be there and kind of watch everything. All right.
Yeah.
So then you got.
But so let me ask you
Oh,
this
go
real quick.
ahead.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead. You
So
good?
so with what you said, like swinging, it's
Uh,
better to swing something when you have like a week like this week coming up. But if you're trading futures, is that when you can catch like a more like
mm-hmm.
aggressive move because of
Mm-hmm.
that? Okay.
Yep. Yep. So you use both kind of in concert, man. So like you use your futures when you have like a lot of volatility. That way you don't have to worry about the Greeks going against you or anything like that. But like um a day where you have volatility like this, you can get a lot of moves on options trade if you do it like that. So that's how I'm learning to play it. So what I do is I'm gonna do crude oil futures on Wednesday because there's gonna be a lot of volatility even before that announcement comes up. So you can get a nice move off of that even before getting up and going to work. So all right. So then you got earnings for the week. So usually this is when you start seeing banks like Citi, BlackRock, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, BNY. This is the beginning of your official earnings season. So banks always start off earnings season, and then your like your tech, like your big tech, they normally end earnings season. So the banks, the ones I'm really looking forward to is like Wells Fargo, Bank of America. I'm looking forward to Morgan Stanley because these are movers and these are companies that we've traded. JP Morgan. We've traded these quite a few times, so I'm familiar with these. So I'm going to be looking to catch these on on a next day move, whether it's up or down. Um, the rest of these, let me see. I think TSM. That might be a good one on Thursday. And United Health Group, I'm gonna be interested to see how they do, especially after that CEO got murdered.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so this will be their first earnings since that all that stuff went down. So I'm gonna be looking forward to that. And then and that's really it for this week. Now, next week, I think it's going to be a real big week. You're going to have the rest of the banks. And then I think you're going to have the beginning of some of the tech stocks. You're going to start seeing a lot of them come in. But this whole calendar is going to be filled up next week. So, all right. So now we go over to I'm gonna start off with Bitcoin. So like I said, DP he's not gonna be on today, but um what I'm gonna get into is not necessarily like the stuff that he would jump into. So I'm just really just kind of pointing out the chart from a monthly standpoint, right? So since really kind of reading more on Bitcoin, like I don't dig too much into like the weekly and daily part. All I care about is like what it's doing month to month, right? So how I'm looking at this is obviously you see it's a rising wedge, and it's been that way ever since this hit all-time highs last last month, I think it is. So what I'm looking for to happen on a month to month is to see it kind of continue going up. But if it starts pulling back, I know that this area right here, like around 75,000, is where I think, I think this is going to start to kind of take off from. So this is like that real big area where it jumped up. So last year Bitcoin had two big jumps. So it had one like January, February, and that's what brought it up to like close to 70,000. And then it kind of consolidated in that area, came back down to like 50, and then it took off to 75 into where we're at now. Um, so if this thing does come back, it's going to come back to this area right here. You can see the large concentration of breakout here, right? What's up? Go ahead. Or bring the box down here if you need me to. Need me to open it. All right. So you can see this whole area right here. That's your this is going to be your launch pad. That whole 75 to like $80,000 mark. So if you buying into Bitcoin, like I would keep kind of just going in, buying in. That way, if it does break out, from where we're at now, you still winning. But like, I think it's gonna come back to here before we go higher. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but I just feel like it's gonna come back to here.
And I hope it does after I sell my house.
Yeah, bro.
Because I'm dumping it. I'm dumping everything in there.
Yeah, bro. This thing is gonna I think this thing is gonna run, like run. You probably talking at that point, because think about it like this, right? So think about how we got here, how we got to this point right here, like around 75,000, right? Look at where we were at back in 2023, like October 2023. We were down here at like 31,000. You see what I'm saying? And that was like less than a year. That was a little less than a year ago, or a little more than a year ago. We were down here, 31,000. Then by November, like November time frame, that's when it started kicking up. And then by April, we got to close to where we're at now. Then you had another breakout. So I just think that all this consolidation, like we got even consolidation period right now. We got, where it's anywhere between like 108 and like 91,000. So you talking like a $17,000 range that we're playing in right now. So that's a consolidation, point to me. You can see it better here. You know, this whole area right here, we broke out, boom, consolidation. So just sitting there. So I don't know if they're going to do it during the inauguration. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I got this feeling that this is going to either break out from here or just break down to here. Either way, I'm cool with. I'm ready for both sides. All right. So that's what I see on Bitcoin. And then there's been a lot of different news lately. Michael Saylor, he's bought a whole bunch more Bitcoin. Now, the thing with Michael Saylor is that his whole company's like financials are kind of built on him buying Bitcoin and buying convertible bonds. And convertible bonds are just bonds that could be transferred into, into like into stock purchases and things like that over, over a period of time. So he's just taking advantage of like old school type rules to make his company money. And then he's using Bitcoin to kind of back those bonds. All right. So, and we can even go to MicroStrategy real quick before we go to the chart, into the stuff for this week. And you can kind of see the same type of movement on MicroStrategy too. So same deal, like around the same time, you start noticing a breakout consolidation here, right? Then from here, you had a nice breakout around the same time that Bitcoin did. So now what do you have here? You got another consolidation. They're holding it up from going to all-time highs. Consolidating here, hadn't gone below 340, like this 284 area, and then it stayed there temporarily. So all you have to do with this is, if this is something you're interested in, just keep buying here. Or every time it comes down here under $400, just keep buying. Shoot. Because I think this is going to end up being probably, twice where it's at now by the end of the year. Look at where it was at, shoot, like a year ago. Let's go back on a monthly. Let's go back to January. In January, this thing was trading for, the low was $44. So who knew? And the next month, it took off, bull flag consolidation, took off from there. And this thing went as high as 500, almost $550. So yeah, your thing is you just got to keep adding to it and waiting. All right. So, okay. Now I'm gonna go into futures a little bit. I'm gonna kind of see what you see, and then I'll let you kind of do your thing on that, and then I'll go back to my swing. So weekly on that. All right. Okay. So, all right, weekly time frame for ES. All right, you can obviously see your support points here, like around this 58, 15, 58, 20 level, right? So what I see here is, all right, you got support there, here, and then here. So 58.20 is going to be a key support point. If we continue to hold that, then then this thing is gonna probably move back up to like 59, 5,900, 59.20, right? But at that point, that's where I'll be looking to catch a reject. And I knew that the 21 lined up with this. So like that 50, 59.20 area, if we hold this support right here at 58, this 58, 58.20, 58.30 level, I'm gonna hold this until it comes up here to 59.20, and I'm gonna catch a reject back down. And as long as we hold above or hold below this 59.20, shoot, I would hold on to this. I would just continue to hold on to this like all week and use above this 21, this weekly 21 as a stop loss. But I think if we lose this support here at 58.20, this thing is going to go down to like the 57.50s. And this will probably be your bounce level here at the 200, the daily 200, weekly 200. This is probably going to be your ultimate bounce level right here. So if you go on the daily time frame, your 200 is probably going to line up, with that as well. Same area. So hold this support It's going up here to 59.20. Catch the reject back down. Let me see something. Okay, yeah, catch the reject back down. Um, Stop loss above 59, like 59.50. But if it loses this support, it's going here to the 200. And that'll probably end up completing that head and shoulders that was that's out here. And then this is where I think that you're gonna start seeing a bounce at. This is where people are going. This is where investors will probably try to start picking this up at. But if we lose this, yeah, it's a wrap because we're gonna probably come down to 5,500. That's gonna be a huge, nasty, ridiculous move down.
Yeah, because at
So,
that point you're making higher lows.
yep, yep. So so I would set an alert here, and this is where this 5730 level on ES is where I would catch a nice little uh bounce at. So if you want to get into futures on the upside, I would catch it here. That would be your area. And you can clearly look at this on a daily time frame from all the way back here in early or late 2024 and see how this area has been respected. It's been both support and resistance ever since uh this summer, last summer. So all you got to do is, like I said, when it gets to that level, something's going to happen there. It's going to either bounce from here or it's going to break down. But this is going to be the level that you really, really want to focus on, this 5740 level on ES. All right. So then you got NQ. Oh, nope, that's not the right one. NQ right here. Okay. All right. So NQ, this one I think is a little bit more defined than ES is. All right. So this has got um does this look bullish or bearish to you?
It still looks bullish to me, especially with I think is that what's that blue line? Is that your 50?
Where this one?
Yeah, no, that moving average.
Oh,
I see a 9, a 21.
yeah,
Oh, that's
this
the
one right here.
200. That's
This
a 200.
this is the 200. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it still looks bullish to me.
All right, because you're trading. You just lost the we just lost the 9 on here.
Right.
All right, last week. So yeah, overall, the overall sentiment is still would still be considered bullish because you can it's still holding at 21. So as long as it's holding above this 21,000 mark,
Mm-hmm.
then you can still call this a bullish move, right?
Right.
But but you're starting to see signs of a big breakdown. So
Yeah.
so above 20,860, then this continue to move back up to like 21,450. But at this point right here, this is where I'd be looking to catch a breakdown on this too. So right here in this whole area, this 21.5-ish area, 21,500, I'd be looking to catch a breakdown here. Or if you start losing the 21 at 20,850, 20,850, then I'm riding this down to the next support, which would be like 20,400, which almost lines up perfectly with your with the 200. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I would kind of play. That's how I'd play this. So I would not play anything to the upside until we start kind of really breaking this 22,450 area. I mean, you could catch some stuff like really, really on the like real quick and and move on. But like as far as any type of extended type of move above this area right here, sorry, right here. So 22,200, like anything below that, like I'd be catching everything short. You could even use this area right here as your stop loss. So if this gets up here and starts kind of riding up and holding, and you see it starting to hold, then you can legit just play this to the short side, continue playing this short until this area breaks. But I think we get up here, we see a reject, and it comes down to here. And with all the data that we got going on this week, you'll probably see you're gonna see this move probably play out this week. So that's what I'm thinking with that. All right. So me and you talked a little bit about crude oil a little bit um over the weekend. All right. So crude oil is where I think that a whole lot of money is going to be made. All right. So this is my crude oil chart. So I'm gonna take out some of the moving averages just so you can just focus on the chart, right? So you got all the way back here from 2022. This is where, well, actually before that. So I got my trend line on crude oil back from like years and years. All right. And what you're going to notice, okay, that's supposed to be down here. All right. So this is from 2009. So you have a trend line that is from 2009, so 16 years ago, that we are back to right now. All right. So you got a 16-year trend line that on the weekly time frame on futures, you are in the process of going back and attempting to break. Something significant is going to happen above this. This thing is probably going to explode and probably get back to the 80s, or this thing is going to really, really get to this resistance line and really, really break down and come back down to this support. So this week with crude oil futures, you're going to see some significant move. Remember, we talked about on Wednesday them having there's data going on with crude oil,
Right.
but I think that based off of your volume here, right? So this is, I mean, it's flagging right here. So over the last 3 weeks, this thing has just been kind of building up momentum. And you might see your breakout happen with this on Wednesday. So this order block right here that's kind of holding this up on the weekly. When we come back and look at this next weekend, this is going to be gone, because I think that if it continues the momentum that it's had lately, and especially with Trump coming in office and everything, I think you're gonna see a big explosive move with oil. So that includes like your Exxons, your XLEs, and your Chevron. Hell, if you look at Chevron and what they did last week, man, they made a huge move up. So you can look at CVX and you can see the kind of move that they made last week or just over the last couple of weeks. So and the volume is starting to kind of come in, on Chevron too, off of a nice, a nice level of support, like around 140. So I think, oil and gas, that's going to be a big mover this week. All right. So next we're going to go over to SPY. And all right. Okay. All right. So with SPY, um, we talked about this a little bit last week too. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way. I know y'all see a whole bunch of crap in here. All right. So, all right. Of course, with SPY last week, this broke down to this 580 level. And even though it dipped below that level, it's not 200. It is the 100. No, it's the 50. Oh, which one was it? Okay, yeah. So on the weekly, we uh we came all the way down from like 589, 590 down to 580. And once we got to like 579, 578, we started seeing a little bit of sign of life from SPY, right? So when it got to this level, this was the weekly 21, and you can go look left, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 areas where you had this has been both support and resistance, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different areas. So this 580 level is going to be huge as far as us continuing, to see if we bounce from this area or not. So 580 to 578 is going to be real significant. If you lose 578, this is going to go this is going to go to the next level down, probably 570, 565. If we
Where's
hold
your
580,
where's your 100 or 200 at on a
all
weekly?
right. Okay, so on a weekly for your 200, it's around 550, 552.
Oh, so that's a
Yeah.
potential point that it goes to as well.
hmm Yeah. So if we lose that, yeah, it's you can even go to the daily and you can see a whole lot better too. Okay. So your daily is held up by the 100. That's what it was. All right. So if you lose that 578 area, yeah, 570 and then 565 and then 550 is on the table to the downside. I try not to have a bias, but like for me, I got a downside bias this week unless something like really, really crazy happens. And I'm just basing it off the fact that um, we're back down at this 580 level. We've been screwing around with that level for the last couple of weeks, like just coming down to it, kind of teasing a little bit, and then bouncing back up. But I think that they want this low. Now, if for some reason we hold this, um, I think 585 is on the books or on the hook for us to be the next level up. Um, but for me, until we get over 592.5 or 592.3, I'm downside biased anyway. So that's so even if this gets here, holds here, gets back up here to 590, 592, I'm I'm short. So anything that happens up here, all I'm doing is setting alerts here, and I'm setting alerts here. And I'm playing in between those two. At this point, I'm not even worried about the like little small move. I want the big move that gonna happen in between these two. So, like I said, my downside level below 580, really below 578 is when I'll start really paying attention. And then above 592.3 is where I really start paying attention to, what happens with SPY. Everything else is just playing within range. So you talking with that 592 to 57, that's like a $14 range. So you can have a lot of stuff. You can find some significant moves in here. Like I said, the first level up would be 585. So 585, well, 584.20 would be the first level up. On the 4 hour, you look like you got a drop base happening here. So something's gonna happen once we get to 580, 578 anyway. You see how I found that?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, cool. Um, yeah, you got your drop base right there. So now you just gotta wait to see if this holds above 580, 584.2, and
It's just a
then
lot
we'll
of
kind of
bearish. It's just a lot of bearish momentum right now. It's a ton of it
hmm
on SPY.
Yeah.
It's a ton of it.
Yeah. And that's why, that's why I'm like, yeah, I'll go ahead and take my chances on this, being downside. Like and even the stuff that I got for swings, most of them are downside moves too. So like I said, I like SPY under like 580 to 578. If it doesn't bounce there and we lose that, it's yeah, it's gonna be a wrap. So I'm setting alerts at 578 and I'm setting alerts at 592 and a half, 592.3. And like I'm not gonna worry about um I'm not gonna worry about anything in between, especially, going back to work. I don't want to have to worry about what's happening in between this range. If it goes above here or below here, that's gonna be my play area right there. All right. So now I got QQQ. And I'm gonna go back to the weekly on QQQ. And on the weekly on QQQ, you got a huge bearish engulfing going on. And
Hey, I meant to ask you that.
mhm,
So clearly that's a bearish engulfing, but can there be a bearish engulfing on a a bearish candle? Like you see how that's a bear. These are both bearish candles. That's
mhm,
still considered a bearish engulfing.
mhm.
Okay.
Because it covers it
The body.
engulfs the body
Okay.
of the week before.
Okay.
Not only that, you have a rising wedge on this as well. So this is just the break. This is starting the breakdown of that rising wedge. So this basically the week before, you had an attempt to break
It's
that
okay.
rising wedge,
Drink the water.
but then this next candle confirmed it. So what you're looking for now is some level of a continuation of that bearish momentum. So you can um you can trade this a couple of ways. You can see if this goes up here and test 515 again and then let it break down, or you can wait to see if it loses 503 or 504. That's going to be that 504-ish level is going to be your line in the sand. So here, 503, whoops. So will be 503.7 is going to be my line in the sand here. If this breaks this down, 501, 500, 495. Loses that, we down here. We're going down here to the 480 mark. So that's how I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this where it's gonna retest this, and then break down. I'm not even paying attention to this until it gets above 518.50 or below 503.70. Because that's where your move is gonna happen. Like I said, with all this data that's coming out this week, that's one of these is gonna happen. All you got to do is wait for it. So yeah.
Hey, what's up, B? Can you do me a
Yo,
favor? Can you look at
what up, B?
PA and W too?
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. Let me write it down. Oh, let me see. ENW. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna go through the swings real quick that I got for the week. Then I'll go to PANW. Then I'm gonna add in XLE too. All right. So I didn't add them on here yet. It's all good. All right. So first one that I got is gonna be Walmart. And for me, like this one is like my number one swing of the entire week, or actually for the next few weeks. All right. So this is one that I called out on Friday to look for a trade above 92.50 because you got the beginnings of a bull flag. So this ended the week with a 3-bar reversal pattern, and off of a strong level of support around 89. A couple weeks ago, this broke the 89 level retest. Now it's retesting that, and then it started to move up from here. So what I'm looking for to happen on Walmart is I'm looking for one of two things. I'm looking for this to break above 93.50 for a swing, or I'm looking for this to come back and test this 89 level. Either way, my ultimate target is going to be 96 and then 100 on this. So this is going to be a trade that I'm gonna hold for like the next like month and a half, 2 months. So like I said, a break above this 93.50 area, or a pullback down here into 89. And then ultimately my ultimate targets will be 96 and then 100. You could obviously see that over the last 3 weeks, the volume has been slowly moving up. You got like I said, the beginnings of a bull flag is happening here. You got a break and retest of a key area of support. So these are all the confluences that I'm looking at that are giving me strong conviction that this is going to be a good trade. And this is trading above the 9. There's not a moving average that's above this at this point. So then if you go down to the daily time frame, same deal. It's gapped up a little bit on Friday, and then it held the day above the 21. So like I said, above 93.50, actually 93.60 might be safer. And then you can ride this up to 96 and then 100. So that's my top watch for swings for the week. Then the next one that I have is Microsoft. All right, and this one is a swing for a couple of reasons. So this one you can go one of two directions with it. So with Microsoft ended the week holding this support area here at 415.30, and this is a weekly support. So it got to that support level and moved up to 419 to close Friday. But this is an area of significance because this is the bottom half of a rising wedge as well. So if we lose this 415 level, this is going down here to 405. Now, if this continues to hold, what I'm looking for is just to get up to the 425 level, and then I'll catch a reject because this is the 200. So it broke down the daily 200, and all I'll be looking for is a reject at like the 425, 426 level, and then then I ride it down. So either way, I think going to the upside, you can catch that and ride that up to this level, like 420, 424, 425 level. But just be mindful that you're going to be catching a reject. So like short term, you can catch this riding up. But if you're looking for the bigger move, catch the reject at 425 and then ride it down, or below 415. So that's what I'm looking for on Microsoft.
So you would say this Microsoft play kind of ties into what QQQ or SPY does.
Yeah. Yeah. And that'll, like, if SPY or QQQ start breaking down, this is going to be one of the first to go. And this is a big, you can look over here. This is a big, significant area, because every time that it's come here in the last few months, it's bounced from here, right? So if it loses that, yeah, it ain't coming back for a while. And so my stop with this would be above this 426. So if I'm looking to go short, um, I'm not gonna mess around with it. I'm gonna just get out above 426. But I think below 415, you're gonna see a nice move. And
Where'd you say your
uh,
entry was? What is that moving average? That's the
if I get in, that's the 200. This is the daily 200.
okay.
So I'm looking for a reject here at this 424, 420, 426. I'm getting out.
Okay.
Yeah, and then below 415 is going to be that's going to be a $10 move down to 405. And this line right here, this is just my weekly trend line. So that's just going to be my next level down. Yeah, I would start taking profits here, but then if it really start getting weak, then I'll hold one to under 400. But I think at this point right here, you'll see some type of bounce that happen from here, like around 405. Um, then the next one that I got is Marathon. All right, so this is kind of along the lines of, obviously, your crypto, right? So here you have a bear flag happening on, not the prettiest looking one right now, but I think, yeah, you see it better on the daily time frame. Okay, so all right, this line right here is the 200. Last week and the week before we lost that, right? So we attempted to get above that. We lost it here at about 19, yeah, 1915. And this has been in a down spiral since then. So what I'm looking for to happen here is for us to lose 1740. If we lose 1740 on marathon, this is going to go down to like a 1650 level and probably down to 15. And this is the area where I'll be looking to flip this for a bounce. Because this area right here, as far as this stock is concerned, this is always a hotbed for buyers to step in and start moving this back up. So I'm looking to play the bear flag out under this 1740 level and down to 1530. And shoot, if it dropped down to 15, I'm even cool with that. But I'm gonna be watching this to the downside for sure. Now, if this starts going up here and starts getting strong, then I'll wait for it to get to 19, like $19, and then I catch the reject. But I'm I'm gonna wait for either this to happen or below, like I said, below 1740. And you can see we're almost there now. And so that's what I'm looking at. And then the last one is IBM. All right. So with IBM, all right, this has a drop base going on. So this is based off of the high here back in like 240 and down to where we're at now. And then you look left and you see a strong level of support here all the way back from September. So this broke down like a $20 move, and now it's back at that same support level. So one or two things is going to happen here. This is going to bounce from here and probably move back to 227, 230 and higher. Or if we lose this 216 level, this is going to break down and it's probably going to go back to 205. So either way, it's going to be a nice trade. I like the fact that this is holding this support, which this lines up with the 100. Come on. Okay, yep. So that lines up with the 100. So like I said, if this loses this 216 level, it's a wrap. But as long as it continues to hold that, I can see this moving up, and I would take calls above like 220, 222. Calls above 222. Um, my ultimate target on this is going to be 230 if it, if it continues to hold this. If it loses 216, my ultimate target is 205. So, and that's just based off the fact that this is a rally base. I'm waiting for the confirmation of the move up or down. And for upside, it's holding the daily 100. So that's my upside bias. If it loses the 100, that's my downside bias. And its level of support don't hurt either. All right, so that's my four. That's my four for the week. Tree, you said to look at PNW, right?
Yeah, it was PANW.
All right. So this had a split recently.
Yeah. But the I had saw that it was bouncing off that trend line. So I got in a little early, but I just wanted you to take a look at it and see if you see what I see. Because it was
Okay.
a good bounce though.
Okay. Yeah. And man, this thing makes some it makes some moves. I actually gotta adjust my trend line because I used to have one up here, but then when they split, yeah, see, I had all that up there. Yeah, then they split. So let me give me a second. Let me kind of adjust that real quick and see what I can see. And I'm gonna go from here up to here.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you can see it just bounced off that trend line. So I got it at
Yeah,
168. I got a good bounce on it right now, but I was just like, just
yeah,
throwing it on your chart, you know. I've been MIA, man, starting this new job, so
yeah.
trading on my
How?
own.
Nah, it's all good. How's everything going?
It's smooth. It's real smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I got a rhythm. I was like, all right, now I
Mm-hmm.
can go back to
Mm-hmm.
admin trading in the morning because market open up here at 6:30. So
Yeah. Are you back in Vegas?
yeah,
Man, look at you, man, doing your thing out there, B.
yeah, I had to.
How you like
Tax
it? How you
free.
like it out there?
It's good. It's tax free, and I live on the south end of the strip, so I live closer to Henderson. So I'm not
Mm-hmm.
I'm not too far from the strip, but far enough, So
Yeah.
it's a
You been
cool
to the
area.
you been to the Sphere yet?
No, I haven't even got a chance to be on the strip, man. Like the
Wow.
traffic has been so ridiculous. I really don't go down there that much, so I just stay, work local areas and stuff like that. One of these days, I'm gonna get over there.
Yeah. Shoot. That
So you
tree
see
out
what?
there is, huh?
No, you said. I said you see what I saw. You got it on the bouncing off the trend line, so I made the same trend line. So I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's gonna go
Oh,
bananas from there.
oh, no, I actually like this. Yeah, yeah, I like this because shoot, I'm back at work. I'm back at work every day except for Fridays too. So
Okay.
yeah, so swinging is kind of where I'm
Yeah,
at
I'm
right now.
swinging that. I got it open till February 7th.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna rock with this.
Yeah,
I'll be
I just wanted you to take a look at it. Yeah, throw it
yeah,
up on your chart. I was like,
yeah, yeah,
I ain't get a chance to link up with y'all, but
yeah. Hey, Chris, you see that, right? So,
it did three
all right.
touches.
So you got one here at in February, and this on a weekly. You got one here in July, and then you got one now. So it's third touch, and it's off the 200. So
Yeah,
Yeah, that jump about to go.
yeah, it's about to roll. So yeah, I'm gonna add that too. Shoot. Heck yeah.
that's the only swing I got right now. But I like your Walmart one, so
Yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna go
Walmart's
ahead.
dope. Yeah, yeah, both. Yeah, that's gonna run. This is gonna run for sure. Yeah, just based off the fact that it's off that 200 and then it's the third touch too. Yeah, heck yeah. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna steal that.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted
Yeah,
to throw that on there. I was like, oh shoot, it's 4 o'clock. I'm watching the game. So
yeah.
I'm multitasking right now.
Oh yeah, it's all good. No, yeah, I'm stealing that. Yes, I'll add that in the Discord too. Um,
Higher low.
What those?
heck yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah, it's
thing
a higher
is
low. Yeah.
yeah, structure is intact. I was about to go.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, brother,
Yeah,
now.
we roll on that. Shoot, I might jump in that sucker Monday as long as it don't come down here like pre-market like 160 something. Like I'm good. I might just set it up and like run this on Monday. I might have two going on. I don't like two, but I'll take both of them. Shoot. All right. But then you got any more?
No, that was the only one I had.
All right,
For
bet.
right now, I've only been looking at one at a time now because I ain't want to keep getting distracted bouncing chart to chart.
Mm-hmm. No. Shoot. And honestly, man, like at least for me for the foreseeable future, I'm yeah, I'm looking at just swinging stuff anyway. I've been doing a lot of just kind of buying and holding stuff
Yeah,
and
it's
just
less
say,
stress because the work schedule is hard. It's hard
mm-hmm.
to because by the time I get out of work, the market's closed, and then right
Yep.
before the market, right when the market open, I'm getting ready to go into work. So I gotta be at work technically at 7. So I just
Mm-hmm.
get in I study at night, see what I need to get in. As soon as the market
Yep.
open, I get in no matter what, and just walk away
Yep.
and
Just
put a
walk
stop
away.
loss.
Yep. And keep it pushing. Yeah. Yeah, because I definitely ain't gonna I'm in the same office, but I'm in a different role. So I'm doing like the vehicle stuff now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be, out and about more, but I ain't trying to mess around with it and like, be in a trade or something, and then I gotta drive somewhere or something crazy like that. So yeah, so I'm gonna take more swings and hold them for a few weeks and just, don't be in as heavy. So
Yeah, I only
this,
bought one contract. I just wanted to
mm-hmm.
just want to let
Nah,
it run.
yeah, I actually just wrote it down too. Yeah, I just wrote it down. Bad. Okay. Now, this um this just kind of goes, I just brought this up because this goes along the lines of the whole crude oil stuff.
Mhm.
Um with XLE, if you look left and even on the daily time frame, so I'm gonna change this. All right, daily time frame. This whole area right here is a. You can turn the light on, boo. Um. All right. So this whole area right here has been a like a nice bounce area from this zone. So for me, as long as if this gets above 90.17, I'm probably gonna get into a swing just and to actually just hold it through the inauguration and
Okay.
then and I'll sell just based off of the area that it's coming from, the fact that you say hi, they can't see you. You say hey,
Hey, she got so big.
she
She
said
got
you
so
got big.
tall.
Good. Huh? Yeah, there's some upstairs. But I don't think there's a notebook down here. I just wrote my notes down on here. There's some upstairs. Okay. All right. So yeah, above 90.17, I'm gonna probably take this to like 90, 92, 93.
Okay, 9017. I got you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's like I said, that's just based off of like we got there's some crude oil data that's coming out this week. There is like I know that the Trump administration, I know that they're big on gas and oil production, stuff like that. So I'm gonna keep a close eye on this one. So I'm gonna set an alert here on this. Um, all right, where the heck is price at? So I'll do that. I know what I'm trying to do with it. Oh, there it goes. 17. Cross it up every time. And I'll get in the trade with this and hold it for a month. Because these are like XLE is real cheap. All right. So all in all, we got what? We got, let me get rid of some of these. I ain't trading video. This was a real good trade too, under 137 on Friday. That sucker flew. Square was good. Tree, man, you missed Roblox. Like your boy Chris had like 200% on that thing.
Yeah, I saw it hit when I was at work, and I was like, "Godly!" I'm
Yeah.
just going and log off.
Mm-hmm.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
That joint went crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a good one.
You had it
And
on. You had that on point too. I was like,
mm-hmm.
"Oh man!"
Mm-hmm.
Even
Yeah.
if the alert went off, when my alert went off, I wasn't near my phone to even get
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah. It had no type of pullback. And it went right to 64. Well, it got to like 63.40.
Yeah, that was
So
crazy.
yeah. This dude was like, "Oh, I'm adding down here."
He
Yeah,
was in it, huh? He was in it. He was
yeah, bro.
banking.
Yeah, bro. That was that ended up being a real good one.
That's
Um,
that's what's up, Chris. Good luck, man. Good job.
Hey, that's all I do, man. I just follow the blueprint. That's all.
yeah, I
Yay.
was like, yeah,
But that's
cause she,
important because some people get the blueprint and still won't follow it. So
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I done enough of that on my own, and I still do from time to time. I trade SPY by myself, but yeah, I just be paying attention to what he be telling us.
It's at the point where it's starting to like really make sense, you know. So
Yeah,
I'm on, yeah, and I'm taking y'all stuff too.
but
yeah, I
now
like that
I can clearly
PAEW.
see the pattern. As soon as I click on the chart, I can clearly see the pattern now. So I'm able to
Mm-hmm.
recognize it quicker now.
Yep, I already got that. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm yeah. So don't be surprised if you see some Pan W. You see that joint. What was the other one? Let's see. XLE, Microsoft. Oh, ID.
I got a feeling that's gonna go off because I bought it at 168.4 and there was 173 overnight. So I was like, yeah, I'm a hold.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at the profits, like, don't even look at the profits, look at the chart. Because I'd
Mm-hmm.
be
Just look
quick
at
to
the
be like,
chart.
yo, I'd be like, oh, I'm up like 40%. I'm gonna take it out, and then it go like 140, and I'd be salty. I was like,
Nah.
that's over with. Like, I'll just start off what I can afford to lose, and if it go all the way back to stop loss, is what it is. But
Yep. Yep.
that's the only way I'm gonna be profitable. Profitable.
Yeah. You know, and I mean, and you're not risking what you worried about losing either. So
Right.
yeah, I like this sucker right here. God, I like that. Yeah, I'm getting in that tomorrow. And you say you got it to what, February?
Yeah, I got it to February
Oh,
7th is my expiration.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that too. What's the contract looking like?
And I did the 170 75 175.
175.
175. That's what I did. Yeah.
All right, bet. Okay.
It's close though, so I
Shoot.
got one at 180. Yes, I got one at 175 and one at 180.
Okay. Bet. Yeah, I'm in that. Yeah, I just want to see what I can do. All right. Where you at? 175. You said the 7th of February.
Yeah.
Um,
Let me go back to the contract right now. I think it's
oh, that's
11.
not bad.
Yeah. It wasn't that expensive when I got it.
Mm-mm. Oh no, 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 no. But yeah, I mean, shoot. If it pulled back, if it pulled back, I'll take it because you talk. It's like 570. That ain't bad. Yeah, I don't want to take it no further out the money than where it's at now, because I would already be $2 out of the money.
Oh, what you want to eat? Hold on.
Yeah, so yeah, I would so I think when I do it, I'm gonna take the uh or if it pull back, then I'll catch it cheaper.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, what's
so
that?
for sure. But that's the Walmart.
What you want to eat? All right, man. I have that. Y'all have a good week.
All right, for sure. Yeah, we about to get off anyway.
All right, Chris.
Need muted. All right, so that's where, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna take that, and then I'm gonna take Walmart, and then I'm probably gonna be done for the week.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm
and
gonna
then
watch that one. I'm gonna watch the PA and Deb. I'm gonna see how
mhm,
that.
yeah, yeah, that's gonna pay out. And then I might depending on how things go, I might take one of these like after earnings. Definitely gonna take Wells Fargo or Bank of America, and just whatever direction it rolling, I'm gonna go ahead and just catch a quick one real quick. I might, just step out of the office and take a quick one on one of these. These are easy. So, and yep, and that's really it, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's really it. So I have this ready for recording here in probably about an hour or so. I put it on Discord, but I'm gonna update my like the swing list, and then I'm gonna add PNW to it. Honestly, man, I might take doggone IBM off, because I
Mhm.
just ain't comfortable with trading it. I've only traded it one time, but the rest of them I've traded before, so I might take that one off.
What contracts are you looking at for the Walmart?
95.
And you said 2 months out?
Yeah, I would say like the 28th of February. And that might even be too long, because I think this will, because it's at 93 now, right? So I think this will probably see 96 probably um by probably in the next couple of weeks. But that's just safe, especially with the
Yeah.
data that's coming out this week. That way you don't have such a drawdown if it pulls back. Now, if it pulls back,
Mhm.
so if it gets above 93.50 on Monday, I'll go ahead and enter, right? Understanding that it's, if the data comes in and it pulls the market back, as long as it holds 89, I'm adding. So that's going to be my add point regardless.
Hey, let me ask you this. Have you ever used this resource on bar chart? Can I share my screen?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. Oh, I can't. It says host has disabled participant sharing.
Oh, hold on real quick. Hold on. All right, go ahead.
Can you see this? So this is on bar chart.
Hold
This
on,
is
something just popped up. Give me one sec. All right, hold on. Oh yeah, I got it.
you see how you see it showing like the expected move,
Yep.
like right here. Where we at now? 93.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the expected move. This is the upper move. This is the lower move.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where they're expecting them to go by earnings. 98.84.
Yep.
So that kind of plays into what you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
By the 31st of this month, they're thinking that it's going to be a 95, 91.
Yep.
So
Yeah. So that's where I would take my first property. But this is dope. I
yeah.
hadn't used this before.
Yo, this bar chart is lit, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
like you go. Let me see. You can go to like unusual options activity.
Mhm.
And it'll show you um like, of course, like all the unusual moves and
Mhm.
what people are tracking. And then you can kind of sort it by volume,
Yeah.
open interest and volume. So like this one right now for the 17th, this $93, well, no, this is the $95 strike,
Yeah.
the OI and the volume.
See, now this one, that'll probably be a good one to take, man, but it just ain't enough time on it.
Not enough time,
Like,
yeah.
heck no. Like, I think that something's gonna happen with the market where it's gonna be real volatile and it's gonna throw that out of whack. So
Yeah.
I just rather just kind of lean on the side of safety, at least from having enough, like having a month on that thing.
That makes sense. So you buy time and then you just average down at your levels.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do with this. So yeah, bro.
yes, sir.
All right. So yeah, like I said, I have the recording out here in a bit.
Okay.
But appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother.
All right, bro. Take care. All right,
Peace.
peace.